Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, we're going to explore the Soulflayer combo. So the idea is we're going to put a lot of keywords into the graveyard, and we're going to use Soulflayer's Delve ability to exile those cards and cast our Soulflayer that will be a Hexproof, Indestructible, double striking, lifelinking, crazy good creature. So that's the idea of the deck, but we also can have a secondary sort of combo in Urborg Scavenger that does the same thing but in a slower way. Every turn before combat, or when Urborg enters, we can exile a creature, and well, not before combat, while we attack, or when he enters, we get to exile a creature from our graveyard, or from any graveyard, and put up a /1 counter, and then we can steal all the keywords from any creature that Urborg Scavenger has scavenged. And the idea is, our whole deck is for scavenging those crazy good cards. So the cards that we actually want to scavenge are right here. We have two Sire of the 7 Death, the 7 keyword cards. Funny enough, you can't actually steal Ward. So it's actually only 6 keywords. Wizard lied to us. Right, so First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink. Those are all stealable. Ward is not. We also have Zapolta, the original all keywords. The 8 mana 4/8 double striker. That's flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. But we're never going to hardcast it. It's just going to go into the graveyard. We also got a new card from Aether Drift in Ketramose. Ketramose is a 3 mana 4/4 menace, lifelink, indestructible. The effects don't matter as much. It might work with Urborg Scavenger, getting a free card draw every turn, but most likely we're not even going to try to do that. What we're going to do is exile Ketramose from our graveyard and give our creature lifelink, indestructible. Menace, yes, but more importantly, right, the lifelink indestructible makes it so our creature is very difficult to interact with, and we gain life against burn decks and aggro decks. I also slotted into this deck one very useful card in Goldvein Hydra. Goldvein Hydra is a 1 and an X for a basically an XX, where X plus /1 counter on the Goldvein Hydra when you cast it. And then when it dies, you get that many treasures. So it can actually pseudo ramp us. But more importantly, it is Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. So we can give haste to our creatures if our Goldvein Hydra is in the graveyard. So that's the combo for this deck. We got 3 Goldvein Hydras, 3 Urborg Scavenger, and 4 Soulflayer. Now, of course, to help us get there, we also have one more card I forgot to talk about. Another ramp card in Sylvan Caretid, I don't know how to say that. Sylvan Trees. All right, so this is a 2 mana 0/3, basically a mana dork, but it's got hexproof. Defender, you don't actually steal. You can't steal the Defender, so that's fine. But we get hexproof, which is very important because then our creature cannot be interacted with. That's a huge deal. All right, so there's 4 Caretid in a deck. So then to put cards into our graveyard, we got 4 Stitcher Supplier, 2 Seed of Hope on our turn 1, and turn 2 we got 4 Grisly Salvage. And then if we happen to draw any of these and want to discard them, we have 4 Bitter Triumph to help us discard them. Bitter Triumph is always a good card in any deck that you want to discard. And then we also have 2 Collective Brutality, a different card that I didn't even know existed on Pioneer until I see some people play it. 2 mana. It's got Escalate, which we had to discard a card to escalate to choose more. And basically, we get to choose target opponent reveals their hand, and we choose an instant sorcery to make them discard it, or target creature gets -2/-2, or target opponent lose 2 life and we gain 2 life. But we can escalate and choose more and more and discard cards from our hand that we don't actually need. So it actually gets more and more value for this deck without any downside. So that's a very good card to use in this deck. We can take out a counterspell from our opponent's hand and kill a creature on their board. So that's the whole idea of the deck, right? We got the 7 combo pieces, a bunch of cards that we're going to toss in the graveyard, and a lot of ways to toss cards into the graveyard. Then the land base, we're going to go very short, 20 lands total. 1 Takenuma, 1 Boseiju, 2 Bleachbone Verge. Let me put this to the side here. 2 Bleachbone Verge and 2 Godless Shrine for black-white, 4 Blooming Marsh, and 4 an Overgrown Tomb for green-black. 2 Hushwood Verge for green-white, and then 4 Mana Confluence. I'm going to put the basic lands here. Not basic, but mono color lands here. Mana Confluence, you don't have to count as mono color. It only adds 1 type of color, but it's one type of color of any color you want. So it's just going to ping yourself every turn. The good thing about Mana Confluence, the good thing about being able to use Mana Confluence in this deck is that we got a lot of lifelink, right? Ketramose is lifelink, Sire 7 Death is lifelink. So as long as we can get lifelink on a Soulflayer, we can gain that life. 4 life a turn, 1 life per mana, we're totally fine. That's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Oh, Brandon's letting us go first. I mean, do we have... I guess it's gonna be a very painful start. The confluences, man. I don't have another black mana. That's the downside, right? I need 2 black mana to delve this. Alright, maybe we won't even play, because Brandon's not even here. Fishy fish. Come on. Okay, finally. Stitcher Supplier. Oh, our black mana. It's gone. It's gone. It's right there. So we can get Lifelink and Hexproof. Scrowby Scrowl. Ah, it's not good. How do we fight a Scrowf? It's probably Thalia time. Mox Amber. Oh boy. Shelter on the Stitcher? I mean... You know what? It's fine. This will be fun, right? I ramp him for 1, I don't get anywhere, but I stop him from playing his thing this turn. Another Scroll. Okay, talking Numa is probably important. What's going on outside? Another Shelter. Well, can't stop the second one. This guy's just Scrowf Shelter deck? Okay, Scrowf Shelter Audacity deck? I don't know what this is. Still Toxic 1. This doesn't get more than 1 Toxic. Ethereal Armor? Alright, very scary. 7-4. Gotta take a lot of damage. Yo, you serious right now? Look at all those lands. Jesus Christ. Alright, I could play the Flayer. If I play the Flayer, what do I get out of it? Let's see. I can get Hexproof, Menace, Lifelink, Indestructible. It's not bad. I think I'll pay the life. 3. Oh my god, this is sad. Alright, let's see. We got exile 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we got Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink. They still trample. He is... Okay. Good play. Should have read what cards do. Alright, our opponent is Sam I Am. Dr. Seuss it up. You gotta go first. Ah, it's a good enough hand to go first on, I think. Let's stitch. Okay, we got a Goldvein Hydra in the graveyard. Stitch it up. It's got a mountain. Everything I do will hurt me. Two mountains. Slick shot show off. This is hard cast a slick shot? I think I'll take this one. Not being pumped or anything. Double Soulflayer. Well, Soulflayer is nice. I don't have Hexproof, but I will have Indestructible. And Lifelink. So that should be good enough. My face? Interesting play. Do you want to pump anything? Monster's Rage. Come on. Give me a little credit. Look at that little spin out. Dana. Oh, okay. GG. Didn't even let me summon the Soulflayer, you jerk. Now only you can have fun, huh, Sam I am? Alrighty, our opponent is Avion. He's a bird. And I got 3 Ketramose. Do I keep this hand with 3 Ketramose? I don't want any of these. I mean, like, 3 dead cards. I might as well go again. Better. Much better. Do I need a 3rd land? I don't think I would, right? Guess we'll find out. Soul Scar Mage. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of damage. Because the opponent went first. I can make a 1-1, you know. They trample, so I don't think this 1-1 will even do anything. Huh. 0-3. Will 0-3 do anything? It is hexproof, so you can't burn it. Hexproof. Can't burn it. Double attack. Alright, we're gonna have a turn. We're gonna have 1 turn to do something. What can I salvage into? I'm gonna hit like 5 cards, right? Is it possible to hit 5 cards? You know, but play to win. Don't play to lose. I could decline and just get all of it. I only need 4. Overgrown Tomb. Do I need an Overgrown Tomb? Just have it in the graveyard. One, two, three. Right, does that Vigilance? Vigilance, First Strike, Haste, Hexproof, Lifelink, Reach, Trample. That seems pretty good. I would like to gain that for life. I don't have Indestructible though. After all that, not Indestructible. But it is Hexproof, so we can't target it. Oh, two mountains are nice. Dude. Really? What was that? That was such a bad play. I had respect for him up to that point, and then it's all gone. No, not really. I don't have respect against the bird. Oh, GG. Get the F out. Man, that life... Oh, we hit. We had to hit there. We played a win, and we won. Alright, our opponent is Starkiller God. Well, our opponent does not have an overinflated eagle. I mean, I guess we got Takenuma. It's the only way. This feels bad, right? Let's see what we can do with it. I can't actually discard anything. Oh god, Hexproof. I too am Hexproof. Light Pole. Okay, let's see. -2, -2. I can Stitcher Supplier first. Mill 3. No, let me just do this first. Choose an instant or sorcery. They don't have any instant or sorcery, but they do have a shelter. Alright, that's annoying. But we killed the light pole. Ooh. Okay, that Hexproof. I got Hexproof, Indestructible, Vigilance, Trample. I think that's good enough. I don't think I need to put the Takenuma out anymore. We can kill this for 3 life. I mean, it's Vigilance. I want to attack, right? So I don't think I'll ever get the Stitcher Supplier to go in the graveyard. He is tapped out. I want to kill the Saram right away while it's tapped out. So. can't draw a bunch of cards, right? I can't kill it. So I'm just gonna pay 3 life to kill this. I gave him a free card draw. That was not very nice of me. But I'm indestructible, so I don't care if you're first strike. I don't care what you are. I am hexproof indestructible. Dude, do you read? GG, Star Killer God. Temper down that ego a little bit and learn to read. Alright, our opponent is Bruno Dabi. Alright, opponent goes first. That's fine. Let's hope our Savage can toss things into the graveyard. They're red. Alright, that's... They're not red. Are they Phoenix? They are Phoenix. I think I Chandra Sleeves and Chandra Avatar. I think there's some red, right? There's gotta be some red in there. So I gotta get a Hexproof in. Once I get the Hexproof in, they can't stop it. Ledger Shredder. Do we just kill it? I mean, I don't really care about the Ledger Shredder right now. Slight. Consider. There's a Phoenix, so the Phoenix is coming already. You gotta play it. No? Wow. Surprising. Is he holding up a Spell Pierce? Alright, there's Ward, not Hexproof, so gotta be careful about that. Didn't get any Hexproof in the graveyard. Now I did. That's Hexproof, Indestructible, everything, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? They can connive. There's no 1-mana counter target creature. Not in Standard, or not in Pioneer. And now my Soulflayer is about to flay. Vigilance, Flying, Double Strike, First Strike, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Reach, Trample. No haste! How does a Phoenix deck fight this? I wonder. They don't! That's how they fight it. GG. Yeah, Phoenix deck is really susceptible to this kind of strategy. They have to counter the... what is that card again? They had to counter the Salvage. If they didn't do it, they just lose. Alright, our opponent is Renchi. Rachel. One of those. Alright, Verge. These two Verge can't play the Salvage, so I think that's really all I need. Can also play the Bitter Triumph. But opponent goes first. So, a little bit threatening. Oh my god, this again? Alright, we got a land that I want to in the graveyard. Season of Growth. What does this do? Whenever a creature enters Scry 1. Wait, whenever a creature you control enters Scry 1. Okay. I guess we Grisly Salvage this turn. Yep, can't target it. It's gonna be big. And it's gonna get trampled. Man, these decks are so greedy. Like, one edict and they just die. Well, I'm not running edict, so I guess they want to worry about me. Scrolf. No attacks, huh? Salvage. Oh, that's bad, huh? I can get a Stitcher Supplier, but I don't know. Scavenger? Can't cast Scavenger. Alright, the lack of land is going to get to me, I guess. I'll kill the Scrolf. The Scars of Alta. The Verge. The Verge feels bad. Toast to a Mire. All that glitters. It's also trample. That's a lot of damage now. And it gets to draw a card. Christ. Alright. No, my lands! Top 3 are lands. Oh. Alright, that's a GG. Alright, our opponent is DD Dar D Drug F Druk. I don't know what that's. This is like stroke the name. We go first. Seed of Hope. Sure. That's fine. We will hope with a seed. I think I'm going to drain him. Okay. Yo. Yo, that's a start. But right, against blue, you never know. Oh. Not what I expected. None of these are very useful. I guess we'll get a Blooming Marsh. Do I need Ketramose? I don't remove anything. Other than the one time I cast the Soulflayer. I don't need the Blooming Marsh either, to be honest. Don't have a kill spell. Oh, okay. Gotta play the hard way, huh? Let's see, one. It's already Lifelink Indestructible. I'm just giving it a double Indestructible. Trample Reach. I need to give it Trample. Or it has Trample. Doesn't need Reach. Does it need menace? It doesn't need menace, so. Couldn't give it hexproof though, so that's gonna be a problem. Stupid shelter. No, you don't want to attack? You should attack. That'll be fine. Here, let me show you how to attack. This costs 4, because it's not legendary. So I gotta hold back. Talking Numa. Create a 1/1 human. Oh, I fly, so. Huh. Okay, this is trample, right? It's gonna be a 4/4 trample. It didn't block? You didn't block, you die. Alright, GG. I guess we'll take that game. Man, it was so scary the light pod that we couldn't answer. We still got there. Alright, our opponent is Jumping Jellyfish. You're a lizard though. I mean... yeah? Duress. I'm sorry. Nothing for you to duress on. Yep. Your duress has missed. Now let's hope I don't miss. Oh my god, it's a Polta. That's something. Does make it indestructible. Oh, dude. Dude. No. Really? Alright. Alright. Guess we'll show them how it's done. Do I have 4? I do have exactly 4, right? Thanks for the free double striker. Oh, it's not lifelink. Ha! I was like, why am I not getting life? Okay, well, thanks for the free double striker, I guess. You saw the hand and you still played into it with the Bendis talent? I'm sorry. It was your loss entirely. Alright, our opponent is Polyanis. Okay. Stitcher Supplier, Collective Brutality, Seed of Hope. Good start. Man, I don't like that. Mockingbird. Okay, I went from not liking that to not sure what's going on. Here's a Stitch. Mill the one most important card in the deck. Perfect. Typical arena experience today. Oh. Ah! Is it Kaito? It's probably Kaito, right? It is a Kaito. He's got a Flip Pit Drowner. The Flip Pit Drowner is probably going to tap down my creature. And then the Kaito's going to come at me. Dude, look at those perfect draws. Look at my shit. It's just a million Soulflayer. Why not? You don't need a Soulflayer. Your Soulflayer deck.
I've trained for situations. The housewarming. I've trained with the best.
Is he going to attack? Is he going to play the Flip Pit Drowner again? Tap down my Stitcher? He's just going to do that. Okay.
I've got them pinned. Press the attack.
Comes a Curiosity. Can I please draw a not... No. Cannot draw a not useless card. I don't want Sepulta in my hand, so... I'll take a land. Grisly Salvage. Now, I could salvage into a Flare, but if I don't salvage into a Flare, I'm kind of screwed, right? So maybe I talk in Numa instead? Yeah. Screwed either way.
I just hate a fair fight.
Do they have counter spells? Those are some really good cards. I don't know what I can do against this deck. Freaking Kaito. Well, let's get back our Soulflayer. We need that to do its thing. So, Hexproof, Double Strike, Lifelink. Can't give haste. Still don't have haste after all that, huh? Oh, if that's the case, maybe I Savage first. What does I have a counter unless I pay 2, right? Hexproof. And we'll just take a Bitter Trial. For some, I mean, I can type it as a swamp. I'm gonna get the Hydra this way. I forgot that it's a swamp. Watch. Hydra? Okay, not Hydra. Not as salty. Still salty. I mean, his Drowner can't target the Soulflayer. That's what's important. Still gonna try. You can't interact with the Soulflayer unless he has nowhere to run. Then I'm just dead. Also don't have any counter on him. It has to be a stun counter. So Kaito, what would you like to do? Mockingbird? What are you gonna mock? Enduring Curiosity, okay. You can draw a lot of cards. That's for sure. This way I can kill Kaito. You can have all the cards draw you want. But the double strike gives me double the damage. Polyanis, come on. You had all the good draws this whole game. Does this draw a card? Draw, okay. It's a lot of card draws. This is trample? This is trample. It's gonna have to discard down to 7. It's got 1 Mutavault Swamp. What can he do with it? Well, there is a Hydra. I can keep a Mana Confluence so they can't make me discard it. Everything else you can make me discard it. Even after all that, he still has a Thoughtseize. That's how ridiculous it was. Now discard. Oh boy. Man, that's a top deck, alright? I mean, I deserve 1 top deck, right? Alright, we got Flying, Double Strike, Haste, Hexproof. I don't think I need this anymore, so just take a Seed of Hope. They're both Vigilance, so enjoy. No Lifelink on this one, I think. Yeah, I should have taken a Lifelink too. I forgot that it doesn't give it Lifelink. Your curiosity died. Yay, we won! Take that, Kaito! Man, that was such an unfair game what we got there. You brought back... How does that work? Do you bring back the Mockingbird as an enchantment? Huh. I don't know if that works. GG.
Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all of those soul-flaying games, how does this deck feel? I gotta say, this deck, sometimes it feels hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's so amazing. The Soulflayer, really when we are able to stick it, it just wins almost every time. In Pioneer, in Explorer, there's not much of a way for opponents to fight through a hexproof indestructible creature. The best way to answer this is a Edict effect, and the cards like Stitcher Supplier that does help us kind of have a dampener on those Edict effects. So, the way I feel about this deck, it's very, very strong, but a lot of the hit or miss really comes from the mana base that I want to talk about, because At first, I wanted to play this as an Abzan deck because I think Ketramose would be pretty good in triggering Urborg. But of all the games I played today, Ketramose never showed up once on board. Not that I couldn't cast him. It was just never a good time to cast Ketramose because I could just cast Soulflayer and win. So in terms of that, I feel like I don't want to use Ketramose as a creature as much so that the white mana doesn't seem to help as much. I much rather the lands just be green-black. In fact, a lot of times I just wish the manas were green, or the manas were black, so that I can have 2 black pip for the Soulflayer on turn 2, and that's pretty much it, right? So, in that sense, I would think that these lands can go. And we just have more green-black, and we can cut down all the way to 18 lands, and to put in a little bit more, maybe a little bit more Collective Brutality, maybe a little bit more Seed of Hope, because a few games, I feel like it's just, I'm not putting cards into the graveyard fast enough to get the Soulflayer. And as long as I can get the Soulflayer on board with Hexproof Indestructible, I have the game won. So that is kind of the trick to this deck. I do think 20 lands, funny enough, 20 lands might be too much. So I want to go down. And Takenuma is such a good land. Maybe I want 2 of it. Because a lot of times, right, I happen to mill Soulflayer and I feel kind of bad. But I can Takenuma out the Soulflayer that's already milled. And then I can cast it. Once I cast the Soulflayer, well, guess what? It's going to be Hexproof and Indestructible. Another thing that I thought about running is perhaps a Cavern of Souls. Because I don't want my Soulflayer getting countered. It never got countered this game, or this day in all the games, but it could happen. And a Cavern of Soul might be able to stop that. So that's neither here nor there. I don't think it's as relevant because, well, you got to be able to draw it, and there's no guarantee that you draw it because this is a fast deck. So in that sense, that's just kind of a trick if you are really afraid of getting countered. Otherwise, I do really think just the white lands can go, adding more green-black, adding more ways to put cards into the graveyard, and this deck will be a blast to play, just like it was a blast to play today. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.